Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel DeSousa, and I'm here with the incredibly talented Lindsay Fox, here to discuss the importance of a skill-based approach to hiring. Thanks for taking the time to sit down with us today, Lindsay.
Thanks for having me, Daniel.
Absolutely. As you know, nextSource has been a strong advocate for evaluating potential talent based on skills rather than prior job titles. We see many experienced professionals who have transferable skills and are looking to apply those skills in a new way. And if anyone is the poster child for this topic, it's you. You came from a vastly different industry and are now completely engulfed in the industry of workforce solutions. We'll also be briefly touching on our service offering of nextSourcing, nextSource's innovative approach to direct sourcing. How about we kick things off by you telling us a little bit about your prior experience in the professional world?
Sure. I started in the fashion industry. I spent 15 years there designing apparel. I loved it, but I was ready for a change and about to have a baby, so it was time for a career, and I call it a pivot. I knew I wanted more flexibility and a better work-life balance for my family, but I also wanted a challenge that offered an opportunity for career growth. I wasn't going to get that in the fashion industry anymore, so I started evaluating what else could I do with my skills.
And I feel like that applies to multiple mothers or caregivers in some form. What would you suggest for someone getting started? What were the first steps that you took in making such a major transition in your career?
I started networking first. I talked to anyone and everyone, especially people who had either switched careers or was a designer in a different field than my own. When I started talking to everybody, I got really interested in graphic design and web design. I started exploring what skills would I need to be successful in those fields. And then I started evaluating what skills did I already have. And it turns out I already had a lot of them. I'm really good with Adobe programs. I know how to put together presentations. I can sketch. And most importantly, I know how to tell a visual story. So from there, I got to teaching myself the additional skills I would need and building a portfolio and resume that would highlight graphic design and web design. I started working with organizations like Catch a Fire and Upwork, which helped me build out my portfolio and give me hands-on experience for my resume. And then I figured out how to get new clients and started freelancing in graphic design until I eventually got in touch with a friend who sent me the nextSource job posting.
Okay. And specific to nextSource, what did that process look like as far as going from seeing the opportunity to landing the actual job?
I basically saw the job description and looked at the skills required, and I was like, I know how to do these. I can do this job, and I think I would be a great fit for this role. And I interviewed for the role, and I proved that I could do it confidently.
And that you did. As you know, nextSource uses a direct sourcing approach to recruiting new employees. Can you speak to that experience at all?
Yeah, as I mentioned, I was sent the posting by a friend, and I was referred. When I sent my resume, the contact from nextSource reached out to me and we discussed my skills and my interests, and she talked to me about the role. She also explained to me that if this role wasn't the right fit, I would be entered into uh, the talent community where I could have access to other roles within the company. Fortunately, we all agreed that this role was a match. But I did get the feeling that I was part of a talent community with continuous interactions with nextSource and visibility into other positions within the company.
Absolutely. We're so lucky to have you here on the team. The skills you possess and the drive you have shown show that nextSource's skill-based approach to recruiting yields the kind of results any company would hope for. We were able to hire a phenomenal employee that went from fashion to freelance to workforce solutions, and I couldn't be happier to have you here on the team. I think that about wraps up everything that we wanted to touch on today. Thank you for tuning in, and we encourage you to check out our direct sourcing page on our site, nextsource.com. If your company is struggling to find the talent needed, our skill based approach to direct sourcing may be the right move for your business. And definitely make sure to follow us on all of our socials that can be found on the bottom of our homepage. Lindsay, thank you again for taking the time to sit with us today, and I'm sure we'll be speaking soon.
Thanks, Daniel.